Alrighty, good evening everybody. I hope you're all warm. I'm feeling cold. When my toes start getting cold, then I know I'm getting cold. Good evening to everyone out in South Africa, wherever you may be. Please introduce yourselves. We've got Bridget on our live chat, so I'm sure she'll say hi to you guys wherever you may be. I hope you have many guests with you this evening. So good evening to everybody. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you as we go through what we call our business intro presentation or introductory presentation. It is very much a business proposition. It's an invitation for you to come join us in this business. It is a partnership that we are going to be proposing. So if you have any questions, reserve those until after the presentation. I'm sure you're being hosted by somebody. You can speak to them after the presentation. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So Constantia is a registered insurance company. We've been around since 1952, so nearly 70 years old. So there's a 70-year track record that you can go back and peruse, look at. But DuePoint was formed in February 2016, so we're about 3.5 years old now. The founders did come together before that, and we started designing the business and putting all those systems in place. But a number of factors came together in the creation of this business, and this will give you some context to the relevance of our business, because that's fairly important. So number one is we wanted with this business to create social impact. And so from an economic and a risk point of view, and that's from your point of view, we hope to answer a lot of the issues and the circumstance that South Africans find themselves in today from an economic point of view. So you are watching this presentation. You would only really, I think, be interested in DuePoint. Someone would have told you about DuePoint for one reason, and that's the ability to create income for yourselves. Not just a single form of income, but hopefully a second stream of income, and that is to mitigate a lot of the financial risk that we find ourselves in. We'll touch on that when we look at the benefits. And so what we did was we created a business that creates social entrepreneurship, an opportunity of entrepreneurship for members of the public. And our mandate becomes, so the partnership between us becomes to create what we call channels of distribution. And I'm going to be talking about channels of distribution a lot, because that's the focus here at DuePoint, is for you to help us create channels of distribution. We have forgone marketing and advertising our business. So those are traditional forms of marketing and advertising, and that's what most companies engage in. But here at DuePoint, what we've decided to do is, through this social entrepreneurship opportunity, is do marketing through word of mouth or through networking. And so that's how the business works. And if you're able to create a channel of distribution for yourself, then you get to share in a lot of the benefits out of the DuePoint system. So primarily you get to create an additional income stream for yourself here at DuePoint, and that's what a lot of our wealth engineers are doing, is they're creating income for themselves every single month. DuePoint gets to pay people in the middle of every single month, and hopefully that's a second income that you're producing for yourself. The income that we create is very important, because something beautiful about insurance companies is the fact that we create recurring or annuity income. So we have this thing called a book value, and our book value very much is able to allow us to predict how much money we are generating next month. We don't have to go chase clients and do sales every single month. I was involved in business where we had to do exactly that, unfortunately, and it is painful. I still feel sorry for my business partner that I left behind, because he's still doing it today. He's running the agency that we started in 1999. And he has to chase income every single month, because at the end of every single month, he starts at zero. He starts at zero if he doesn't chase money and chase business, and he doesn't do the work, right? So we had a lot of, we had account managers and designers and developers. Unless they're doing all that production, we don't generate any income in that business. As salaried employees, we're in exactly the same boat. Fortunately, not all of us are involved in sales, and so we don't have to go chase the business, but we still have to work the 8 hours a day before we derive any income. And there's so many things that threaten that. So if anything threatens your ability to work, well, then your income's threatened, your livelihood is threatened. But there's a way to create income without your activity. And my father called it being able to derive income while you're sleeping. He said, go find business that makes money while you sleep. And I had no idea what he was talking about. But he was talking about this. He was talking about the ability to derive income out of assets. And that's what we do here at DuePoint. This channel of distribution that I keep talking about creates your income. It creates the return every single month. And so understanding the nature of the income we produce here at DuePoint is very important because it sets us apart from so many other businesses out there. The power of duplication, this is your opportunity to build a team around you. And if you can build an effective, resourceful team around you, that team can collaborate with you and build a channel of distribution much faster than you can on your own. A greater channel. And therefore, your income can actually grow exponentially in this business. And at the same time, we've invested a lot of money in technology because we're very much focused on pushing our business from a technology point of view because it makes business convenient and easier. And so we've got a mobile app, a wonderful mobile app that allows you to build a channel of distribution anywhere in the country at any time of the day very easily. And we leverage technology as much as we can. We did a training seminar this weekend on leveraging social media. So if you've never thought of using social media to leverage business, well, you can. And it makes it a lot easier, a lot easier. We've got a wonderful wealth engineer couple who have signed on a deaf individual who's building his channel faster than most wealth engineers at the moment. And all he's doing is leveraging social media and he's using messaging to communicate with people. And he's able to build a business quite easily. And so take advantage of the technology we've got in place. There's no starter capital in our business, so there is no registration fees. There's no starter kits. No one's going home with boxes of product this evening. You'll be happy to know. Imagine we had boxes and boxes in the foyer and you would have to take boxes home with you to do this business. No, our business is very easy to conduct, but we've been very intentional about creating this social entrepreneurship opportunity to have a low barrier to entry. That means you can do this business. You can consider it. If today is the first time you're hearing about DuePoint, know that you can move forward with DuePoint without having to consider the risk involved in this entrepreneurial opportunity. If anyone's tried to start their own business, you will know that starting your own business is rife with risk. You are risking a lot when you start your own business. It takes up a lot of time and money to make a business successful. And you don't have that fear here at DuePoint. We've designed it to be very little risk. At the same time, there's no qualifications or experience requirements. And then most importantly, this time that you spend and you sacrifice building a channel of distribution, know that you are building an asset that you have ownership over. So you have legal tender over your channel of distribution. You own it. This single fact mitigates a lot of the risk that we find ourselves in. Because an asset can't retrench you. An asset doesn't retire you. An asset doesn't stop paying you when you get sick and you can't go to work. And an asset's value doesn't disappear when you die. You get to pass the wealth that you've created, the asset that you've built over a lifetime. You get to pass that on to your beneficiaries, your spouse, your children. You get to be one of the very few South Africans that actually creates true legacy in South Africa where you're able to pass something on to your children. And then finally, there's absolutely no selling required in this business. That's a wonderful benefit. That's a relief to a lot of people. I think we don't have to go sell stuff. Imagine I said to you, there's a wonderful business, but you're going to go sell insurance products this weekend to as many people as you know. Right? That's my job. That's my job. We've got a wonderful website that demonstrates all our products. I will tell you about the products in this presentation. You never have to tell people about our products. You don't do any selling. What you're going to be doing is going out and telling people purely about the business opportunity. And that's a great thing because that's the number one commodity that exists in South Africa. People are looking everywhere for opportunity because of the circumstance that we find ourselves in. It is born out of necessity. And all you have to do is connect those people to this business opportunity. And at the same time, like I said, no one's going home with boxes of product. Our products are financial in nature. It means they're intangible. We don't have stock and distribution issues. We've got wonderful IT systems that take care of the distribution of our products every single day while we're sleeping. We don't even know it's happening. It's just happening automatically, right? And so the business becomes very convenient to conduct. Your success is very much dependent on your ability, although, to build a channel of distribution. So I'm going to show you what one looks like, right? This is an aerial view of a channel of distribution. There you are. You're looking up at the camera waving. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint. And now you're going to go out and tell other people about DuePoint. And out of all the people that you tell, Statistically, a percentage of those people will connect with this opportunity. They will go, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And so in our little example here, we've got 5 people that have connected onto your first point because of your efforts. So in this example, you have only spent enough energy connecting 5 people into this business. But those 5 people, not all of which, we've got 4 in this example that have gone out and started connecting other people. This is where the power of duplication lies. You want to take advantage of the power of duplication. It unlocks exponential growth, right? If your boss says to you, do you want to be the sales director in South Africa or do you want to be the salesperson in Bryanston? Which one do you want to be? Which one do you think gets paid more? Which one do you think has more leverage to produce more? The sales director, the national sales director, of course, and this is what you can be. Because you can grow those 5 people to 10 people, to 20 people, to 100 people. You have the leverage in this business to grow exponentially. And so this is what your channel looks like. Every single dot represents a product owner which you're being paid for every single month. This is the asset that you build. This does not disappear next month. You don't have to run to all 1,000 people and sell them product every single month, right? Our systems take care of everything, and you can very accurately predict how much money you're going to be earning next month, whether you do anything or not. That's the power, right? And so if you're able to invest years into building a sustainable channel, then you have the luxury of going on a 3-month holiday knowing DuePoint will pay you every single month while you're away, right? And this is the power of creating asset-based income. How do we pay our wealth engineers? Through our returns program. So the returns program is what we use to pay wealth engineers in the middle of every single month, around the 17th of every single month. It works like this. We pay a base return fee of R27.50 for every product that you have in your channel. Right? So remember the first 5 people you introduce to DuePoint. Anyone you introduce to DuePoint falls on what we call your first point. Right? You are responsible for your first point. And here you've got 5 people you've connected onto your first point. On your first point, according to the table, you can see we pay you double the R27.50. And so you're earning R55 for every product on your first point every single month. And so if you've got 10 people on your first point, you're earning R550, right, every month. That's R6,000 a year in annuity income. And when you start developing your second point, so when those people go out and connect other people, that's your second point, again you earn R55. So if you had 100 people on your first and second point together, how much money are you earning every single month? R5,500 a month, R60,000 a year in annuity income. Right? And as your channel grows, you see the product starts getting further away from you. The further away from the product is from you, you see that multiplier starts to reduce steadily by 0.8. You're still earning 4% of the R27.50, and we don't stop you there. So from 0.8, you will carry on earning 4% of R27.50 because there's no limitation placed on the size of your channel. We don't place any limitation on how much money you can earn here at DuePoint. There's no limitation. So you can invest 40 years into this business knowing every single month you have liberty to grow your channel. You can give yourself an increase every single month for the next 40 years if you want to in this business. Right? We are trying to get people to commit to long-term relationships with us. So no, there's no limitation. People still want to know, well, how much money can I earn in 6 months' time or a year's time? How much effort is required? And so we built a 5-year journey. And your 5-year journey, or this one in particular, is just an example. It's based on you being able to connect only 2 people onto your first point every single month. Right? We start with 3 to get qualified, so you earn in your first month, and then every consecutive month you just connect 2 people onto your first point. After 6 months, you'll be earning about R2,500 in recurring income. Right? So it might seem like a small amount. I thought it was a small amount. R2,500. What can you buy with that today? It's getting worse. But I heard we're getting a petrol price decrease. That's what I heard. We get 1 a year and 11 increases a year. Right? We get very excited when the price goes down temporarily. So R2,500 is a lot of money. One of the things we want people to start focusing on is on wealth creation here at DuePoint. So when I talk about us aspiring to creating social impact, what I'm actually talking about is people changing their financial positions into a position of wealth. There are not many South Africans that can call themselves wealthy. You might be earning a lot, but you're spending a lot. We want people to be earning a lot without having any debt in their lives, completely debt-free. So you are at liberty to decide how you want to spend your money every single month. And so the lesson is that you can leverage the money DuePoint pays you. So 2,500 Rand might not seem like a lot, but you can turn 2,500 Rand into 900,000 Rand in 11 years by not spending it. If you put it into, in this example, we've got a bond. So we've got a 1 million Rand bond, which typically people bond over 20 years. That's an 11,500 Rand installment that you pay every single year for 20 years before you become a homeowner. But if you put little 2,500 Rand, 20% extra into that bond, it'll reduce the bond term by nearly 50%. And that saves you, in effect, nearly 900,000 Rand. The decision always is, do I spend this money? It's easy to spend money, right? Or do I start paying my debt off faster so I can become wealthy one day? At month 12, you're earning 9,000 Rand a month approximately. After 24 months, you'll be around 28,000 Rand. After 36 months, close to 50,000 Rand a month. And this number gets bigger because you had liberty to grow your asset every single month. It's not activity-based income. You can do the same work every single month and see your income grow every single month. So we don't understand this principle because at work, we do the same work every single month and then we get retrenched. Or you do the same work every single month and you get a 3% increase once a year. With DuePoint, you can do the same work every single month, connect 2 people onto your first point every single month, your income can grow every single month. Right? After 4 years, you're close to 70,000 Rand. After 5 years, you'll be close to about 85,000 Rand a month, which is about 1 million Rand in annual recurring income. Now that might seem like a complete fantasy to some of us, that we could be earning 1 million Rand annually from the side business, right? But it's completely possible because we've got people doing it. This is not just an example. We've got thousands of people joining our business and everyone is doing this business. They're engaged in the DuePoint system. They are different, however. Everybody's different. And so we love to showcase new people coming into the business, and we showcase very experienced people in the business. So here we've got a new person into saying she's been in the business for 60 days. She didn't wait 7 months to get to 3,000 Rand. She's done it in 60 days. Why? Because you don't have to connect 2 people a month. She's connected 10 people a month. Those 10 people have helped her find 77 people. So her channel's already 6 points in size, generating over 3,000 Rand a month. Then we've got some experienced wealth engineers. George and Bridget Bwerder, they're in Port Elizabeth. They've been in the business for 2.5 years. They're generating over 6,000 Rand a month. They've got 193 people in their channel. They've connected 15 people. That's less than interesting. But they're making more money. Why? Because they've had 2.5 years for their channel to help grow the channel. Right? And so our business is not only about numbers, it's also about time. You have to have the patience to let your channel grow, to flourish, to duplicate. But that's the beautiful thing, right? You can get people to help you build this business. It's not based solely on your own efforts. And as I said, we've got thousands of people joining our business every single month. Everyone's generating different levels of returns. But you're at liberty to decide what you want because our system is identical for everybody, right? And so you get to choose what you want from DuePoint. Are you the person that just needs 1,000 Rand a month? 1,000 Rand a month and I'm happy. Or are you the person that's aspiring to creating 85,000 Rand a month in returns? The decision that follows that is right. I want the 85,000 Rand a month. I'm going to connect 20 people a month to this business. Not 2, 20. But if you're happy just to get to the small numbers, do that, right? There's nothing wrong with it. You need to decide. You get to decide how much you want out of DuePoint. On top of the returns program, we've got what we call the XP rewards program. This rewards you when your channel gets to certain sizes, right? Certain milestones. We call them ranks. That's a whole different way of, a whole list of different ways of earning what we call XP. And when you start earning XP and your channel starts growing, there are these ranks that you get to achieve. And with every rank, there is a reward, mostly cash rewards. And then we've got a couple of special ranks. So rank 5, we give you a business toolkit, which is really just a business pack of all the DuePoint merchandise. I come from a background of advertising and branding. I understand the power of marketing yourself, of creating a good first impression. And our merchandise plays into that picture. And so the moment you become a DuePoint wealth engineer, you can buy the merchandise. But at rank 5, we'll give you a pack. And so maybe you'll have additional business cards. At rank 7, we take it a step further with our rank 7 business cards because we spent 17,000 Rand for one set of business cards. So these are very expensive, luxurious business cards, but they make a wonderful first impression. When you sit down at a meeting and you give someone a 17,000 Rand business card, I promise you it makes an impression. Because I've been doing business in South Africa for 25 years. I've never seen someone with business cards like this. Never. My wife works for Anglo American. I've met the CEO of Anglo Platinum. He doesn't have business cards like that. If I had business cards like that, I'd give them to him and say, check in my business cards. They're about 100 times more expensive than yours. DuePoint must be better than Anglo. Right? They make a wonderful first impression. And then at rank 9, we get to take you and your family on our rank 9 international conference. So we have already booked our 3rd conference away in December. We've booked the resort. We haven't told anyone what the resort is. It's a different resort to the first 2. We've already booked the experiences that we've planned for the wealth engineers. Some awesome experiences. I cannot wait to document December's rank 9 conference. And so we fly you business class to a 5-star luxury resort. It is 7 days away. It's an all expenses paid trip. You don't spend a cent on this trip. We pay for everything. Your transfers from your house to the airport, wherever you may be in South Africa, we will get you there in style, and you get to experience what it feels like to be a millionaire for a week. Because these resorts cost about 25,000 Rand a night per room. It's crazy, right? We wanted to extend our stay last time. I couldn't afford it. I asked the person that plans these trips for us, we just want to stay a little bit longer. And he sent me a quote. And I said, okay, we won't be staying longer. We go to Umhlanga Rocks rather. But you get to experience this, not once, but every single year for the rest of your life. Because once you're at rank 9 and your channel keeps growing, you will come on this rank 9 trip every single year for the rest of your life with your family. And so it is most definitely something worth working towards. So take a look. We've documented our last 2 trips. And as I say to everyone, I want you to imagine yourselves here. You're welcome to take your shoes off and pretend your feet are in the warm sand. Who's going to get themselves there? I'm all a bit reticent. I think I want to go. If I put my hand up, can I get a free ticket? No, you can work for it. Right? The record is 5 months. That gentleman there in the gold sunglasses took 5 months to go from 0 people. He opened his laptop one morning in the spur in the middle of Durban, saw this thing called DuePoint. 5 months later, he had 1,000 people in his business, was earning 20,000 Rand a month and came and ranked 9 trip. That's how quickly it can happen for you. Right? 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car, a car we pay cash, a car we give to you. We put the car in your name. There's no DuePoint stickers. There's no T's and C's. The car is yours. It's yours. A little bit of fanfare in our parking lot to celebrate rank 11 with you. And you get to park a brand new car in your garage with no debit order at the end of the month. So this is a snapshot of our rewards program. We are at rank 11. The program goes up to rank 28. Again, we want to foster long-term relationships with wealth engineers in this business. Because if the program goes up to rank 28, you better believe it that this is the little car you're getting. The small car. It's the cheap holiday at rank 9. At rank 28, I think Brendan said to me the other day, at rank 28, he thinks you're probably going to be earning, what did he say, R500 million a year? Think about that. And he was like, it's not a lot. We think it's a lot. But insurance businesses having a book that size is not a lot. You just got to put the years in. So that's what our rewards program looks like. Our business is very much built on the backbone of the products that we've developed for South Africans. So when we talk about wealth creation, at the same time we talk about protecting our wealth, protecting the legacy that we've created. People often look at insurance products as a grudge purchase. I don't understand that. I think I don't come from an insurance background. I come from a design background. But I think insurance is flipping awesome, especially the last time I crashed my car. Why would you put decades of work at risk in a single event like that? Your life can change in a split second. And then everyone goes, why did they not have insurance? Right? And so our products are actually designed to be as accessible as possible to the majority of South Africans because we've designed them to be the same price for everybody. Right? And so Access Wealth, it's an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. Only 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And then the insurance aspect is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Same price for anyone over the age of 18. You can be 80, diabetic. That's the same price. Right? We take that a step further with WealthGuard. WealthGuard is strictly insurance, 249 Rand a month only. You get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. We don't care about your health status. We don't. As long as you're over the age of 18. You can take out either of these products knowing that the premium is not linked to your risk or to your health status or to your age. Then we've got Family Wealth. Family Wealth is a funeral cover product. It starts at 299 Rand a month. It gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, covers up to 5 family members, gives you 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection on top of the funeral cover. So that's for the principal member. So if you die, we will cover up to any liability, any debt that you have up to the value of 10,000 Rand. You can increase your funeral cover to 30,000 Rand, as well as up to 10 family members. And there you can see on the third last line, no excluded pre-existing conditions. So even on this product, with all the family members that you're covering, we will cover any pre-existing condition that you have. Right? With this product, however, you've got to get in before the age of 70, but once you're in, it becomes whole of life. So if you're in under the age of 70, we will let that cover run until you're 120. You'll still be covered with Family Wealth. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to reduce your monthly expenditure. Think how that inflation is just forcing your monthly expenditure to go up and up every single month. And so we have to stem that with this product because for 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy the discounts and the services that we've negotiated with the list of suppliers that you see there. And we've tried to cover everybody. So you can see we've got big companies there. Cell C, Shoprite Checkers, Always On, Take a Lot, Eagle Ford, Jaguar Land Rover, Yuppie Chef, Hirsch's, We've got a host of suppliers that cover such a broad spectrum of typically what we spend money on. I bet you spend money with at least 2 or 3 of these suppliers here every single month. And so through this product, you get to enjoy discounts from these suppliers and services. And we're always adding partners to this product without any increase in the subscription fee. Right? If you can reduce your monthly expenditure, then it goes without saying that you can get to debt-free status sooner, you can get to wealth sooner. Right? So this product very much speaks to wealth. So those are the 4 products, same price for everybody, accessible to everybody, and very cost-effective, I think. If you want more information, just go to our website. There's an in-depth video review on each of the products. For those of you that want to make money quickly, that's almost like a trick question. Who wants to make money slowly? It's a trick question, right? You think, get-rich-quick scheme. No, I don't want to be part of that. But who wants to be part of the get-rich-slow scheme? This is fast money because you can increase your monthly return by 15,000 Rand a month. Right? It starts at tier 1. Tier 1 is 5,000 Rand a month. If you can connect 10 people onto your first point who all pay successfully in the first month, there's 5,000 Rand waiting for you. We've got a lady, we launched the Achiever Quest only 2 months ago. We've got a lady who's done it every single month. We've got 20 new wealth engineers, which will give you 10,000 Rand extra every single month. And if you do 30 wealth engineers in a single month who pay successfully that same month, there's an extra 15,000 Rand on top of your return, on top of your rewards, added to your benefit every single month. And so the Achiever Quest is awesome because as a brand new wealth engineer, you can earn 16,500 Rand in your first month at DuePoint. Think about that, because I want to know what you're doing tomorrow. Then our 365 challenge. So this is a challenge that runs for your first 365 days as a wealth engineer. We challenge you to connect 365 people into your first point over your first year, which on average is 1 person a day for 365 days. So that sounds challenging, right? That's why it's called the challenge. But what is the benefit to you? The benefit to you is about 1.5 million Rand in benefit. So who would like to become a Rand millionaire in the next year? It's possible, right? And it doesn't stop there. That's your first year of income with DuePoint. That's just your first year of income, around 1.5 million Rand. It just carries on from there because you've built this asset that's going to be close to 2,000 people. If you put 365 people into this business, your channel over 12 months will take you to about rank 13 or 14. You'll be earning 40,000 to 50,000 Rand a month by this time next year. And we'll give you an extra 365,000 Rand check if you do it in 365 days. There is massive benefit in this. I would put my life on hold for this. I'll be like family. You're not going to see me for the next 365 days. But all it requires is that you speak to enough people that you can connect 1 a day. And that means really only speaking to between 5 and 10 people a day. And just getting 1 to say yes. That's all you have to do. Right? Break it down into per day. It becomes an easy challenge. The people leading the way are probably our pensioners from Vanderbijl Park, Lynette and Frikkie. Right? They signed up 25 people last month. All through social media. Lynette sent me a message today saying she sent out 600 WhatsApps today. You think she's serious about making money at DuePoint? Or is she treating it like a hobby? She's serious. She's serious. One of her biggest aspirations, and I chuckle a little bit when I recount the story, she said her greatest aspiration, her dream, is to buy a Ferrari. That's what she wants. Can you imagine that? That will be an awesome day. Right? She sent 600 messages today to prospects. Reminder about our Bloemfontein encounter coming up next month. So on the 20th of July, Brendan's going down to Bloemies. He's going to do a 3-4 hour business seminar down there. We require you, so we're not inviting anyone, we're inviting everyone, but you actually have to do the invitations. And this is a wonderful opportunity for Brendan to help you put a whole bunch of people onto your first point in one go. Right? Because he's going to be doing this business seminar and you're going to invite as many people to this Bloemfontein encounter. Because when they come and sit down in this encounter, I promise you, 70-80% of the people sitting there will sign up if they're not signed up already. So it's an awesome opportunity. All you have to do is make a list of everyone you know in the Free State and just invite them. Simple as that. Speak to 30 people, 15 might say they'll come, 7 or 8 will arrive. Brendan will get 5 or 6 to join. That's suddenly 200, 300 rand of of monthly income that's just boosted out of your channel on your first point. So the decision for me, always, I said a little bit earlier, I'm interested in what you're doing tomorrow. Not what you want. We all want to be millionaires. We want to be earning income every single month. Want. Those aren't decisions. Those are desires. The decision is, what do I do to fit DuePoint into my life? If you want to change your life, that is the decision. What do we do tomorrow? How do I speak to 10 people tomorrow about DuePoint? Go through it in your head. Sort your day out. Start prioritizing your life tomorrow to fit DuePoint in, because that's how we force change into our life. It's very difficult to change our routines. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been in a routine the last 5 years of my life. I blame the children. I can't blame myself. Blame the little kids. Right? It's a rut. I'm trying to get out of this rut. Trying to go back to gym. Trying to start cycling again. Told my dad, let's run comrades next year. Maybe that'll motivate me to wake up earlier and start running, right? I'm trying all these tricks to just change my routine because I'm getting frustrated because I'm not doing anything. I'm working and that's about it. How do we implement change? We've got to start making little intentional changes. And it starts with, what are you doing tomorrow? A little bit of background on our business. As I said, Constantia is a 70-year registered insurance company. We've been around for a very long time. And so there's a huge track record that you can go look at, because if you are even in the slightest skeptical about this business opportunity, go do the research. Go look at our website. Go to the Constantia site. We are listed as a public company. We are audited as a public company. We are regulated as an insurance company constantly. And so I want you to be able to take steps forward with this business, proud of your partnership, and also with belief in your heart and soul about this business, because you're going to be going out trying to convince people to come sit down for 30 minutes to watch this presentation. And if they can see that you have some doubt in your mind, you're not going to be successful at connecting people to this opportunity. People must see the belief and the passion in your eyes if you're going to build this business for yourself, if you're going to create wealth for yourself. So there's the FSP number. That's the Financial Services Provider license number that we operate under. You'll see all our financial licenses outside in the foyer. You can go to the FSCA website, type in Constantia. You'll see all the financial licenses come up. As I said, go do background checks so that you are trusting of this business, so that you see DuePoint and Constantia as a credible partner that you can depend on. Right? Remember, long-term relationships are built on credibility. And so my wish for everybody is that you go and make this year prosperous. Who would like a prosperous 2019? What does that mean for you? What does prosperous mean? Does it mean just not getting a debt collector to phone you this year? Or does it mean to start prospering differently? Is there something that you want to buy? Is it the ability to pay for your kids' education? Is it the ability just to go on holiday at the end of the year? What does it mean? You can do it at DuePoint. Decide what you want and then work towards it. We've got so much training available that will help you define these goals and how to reach those goals. Right? And we've got thousands of wealth engineers doing it. Go listen to their testimonies. They will give you little pearls of wisdom in all that testimony, right? That will help you with this business, because this business is about collaboration. No one is in competition with each other here. At work, we're all at competition with each other because there's so much unemployment. And, my wife is a labor litigator, so this is very close to home. They are constantly, when they look at retrenchment and retiring people, constantly looking at people. They don't retire and retrench the strong individuals. They retrench and retire the weak individuals. And so employment is a very competitive battleground. Why do you think education is getting so expensive in South Africa? Anyone got little kids at school? It's crazy what education is starting to cost. There's suddenly schools being listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. That's how competitive education is getting. Why? Because employment is so competitive. Parents are paranoid about the education that their children are getting today because they know it's such a competitive environment when they get out of school, into university, out of university. And the prospects of university graduates sitting at 50% at the moment. Imagine studying for 5 years to be told you can't find a job, and you run around for a year and 2 years trying to find a job. How debilitating that must be, and depressing. right? Our business is a business opportunity. And that's what this is an invitation. That's what the invitation is all about. Come do it. We will help you. We will support you, and we will celebrate with you when you make prosperity possible this year. So good luck. Thank you for your time, and I hope everyone has a good evening and an even better year. Thank you.